Okay, so this video is in response to Stephen Campbell's video titled Vegan Retard Pussy Challenge, which I will link below in my description. In case you've not watched his video, he presented a challenge for vegans to create a video arguing their position on veganism without resorting to aggression. He promised he would share each video that he receives on his channel unadulterated to provide his viewers a contrast to his own videos about veganism, which appear generally negative from what I can tell. So here we go. My submission. I want to start by saying that I was a vegetarian for the longest time. Thus I had consumed dairy and eggs, but no meat. In fact, I haven't had meat since 2002.
In 2013, after becoming aware of chick grinding practices, which is a gruesome activity of the egg industry,
I decided to drop the eggs and the dairy and go full vegan. I just couldn't stomach the concept of contributing to mass atrocities via financial support through my own consumerism, and vegetarianism simply wasn't enough. This change extended to my fashion, my hygiene, my cleaning products, etc. My entire lifestyle shifted with that decision. Just to clarify, veganism is a lifestyle, it's not solely a diet.
veganism is a way of living which seeks to exclude, as far as is possible and practicable, all forms of exploitation of and cruelty to animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose. Animals, due to the fact that they are sentient beings, and beginning to be recognized as such legally all over the world.
You see, I felt like a hypocrite. To claim on one hand that I cared for animals, but on the other hand, I was consuming or using their byproducts in the case of vegetarianism, when there is another medically approved and sustainable way, veganism.
It is the position of the American Dietetic Association that appropriately planned vegetarian diets, including total vegetarian or vegan diets, are healthful, nutritionally adequate, and may provide health benefits in the prevention and treatment of certain diseases. Well-planned vegetarian diets are appropriate for individuals during all stages of the life cycle, including pregnancy, lactation, infancy, childhood, and adolescence, and for athletes.
Do note there, appropriately planned. If someone is falling ill as a vegan, they're fucking something up, to put it bluntly. Illness is not exclusive to veganism, just look at the gross number of ill omnivores globally. Nope, rather it's a side effect of poor dietary choices. Now, anecdotally, within 2 weeks of going vegan, I noticed rashes that I would get like across my chest and my forehead disappeared, never to return. I also became less inflamed and bloated. Furthermore, I felt more energized. All of this from dropping the dairy and the eggs. My blood work was perfect. My previously higher LDL cholesterol level status reduced to healthful levels, and no deficiencies in vitamins or minerals were detected. My strength and size and performance have never decreased. As a bodybuilder and as a martial artist, I want to point that out there. I had stuck to the same caloric and macronutrient principles that I had utilized as a vegetarian, but I just applied them to vegan foods. These guidelines are all based on the current sport nutrition recommendations, such as those suggested by expert Alan Aragon.
Here's a comparison of me as a vegetarian, on the left, to me as a vegan, on the right. All pictures were taken under similar caloric conditions. Now, I'm not saying veganism is directly responsible for what I consider to be a better quality physique, but it certainly hasn't hurt my results either.
Now, I am under no illusion that I'm going to change the world by being a vegan, but I am a principled man, and I can put my foot down and refuse to take part in something that I see as reprehensible, even if that thrusts me into the category of an outlier or a minority by my peers. But hey, 1 becomes 2 becomes 3, etc. Veganism is growing statistically. 0.5% of the American population were vegan in 2008, and that number has climbed to 2.5% in 2014. This equates to 7.5 million people in the US alone that identify as vegan. That's a 6 million person increase in just 6 years, so our numbers are indeed swelling. Not only is veganism better for the animals, considering vegetarians, not even vegans, save 404 lives annually, on average that is, but it is better for our planet, thus the future of our species.
The UN suggests that lesser consumption of animal products is necessary to save the world from the worst impacts of climate change. Moreover, they elaborate that agriculture, particularly meat and dairy products, accounts for 70% of global freshwater consumption, 38% of total land use, and 19% of the world's greenhouse gas emissions.
I hope I have given you and your viewers something to consider, both with my personal anecdote and experiences as well as the research and official statements that I've shared. And I hope all of you will take this a step further and even watch Earthlings, which is free to view online. I do not hate people. Veganism is not a one-sided thing for me. I wish no suffering, no exploitation, and no death on any sentient being, be it a cow or a human, etc. To engage any differently, I feel personally, would be against the tenets of veganism. Now, I do believe in self-defense, mind you, but self-defense does not encompass killing for pleasure or convenience, such as with food. There is another medically approved, sustainable way, as I have demonstrated, and that is veganism.